Hello, my sweet, dear friends. Oh, it's always such a gentle comfort to sit down with you again like this. I've got my tea here, the mint one I let steep just a little longer because I like it warm and comforting. And the house is so peaceful. Just the soft tick-tock of the old clock on the mantel. And outside the window, I can hear the birds singing their evening song. You know that feeling? When everything slows down and you can finally breathe. When I was younger, that quiet used to make me nervous. Now it feels like a warm blanket around my shoulders. Like time is saying, rest, sweetheart. There's no hurry. Today, I want to talk with you about something that still feels a little scary to me, even after all these years. Sex 3.0. Sex 2.0. Vulnerability. Just that quiet, tender word. Vulnerability. Not the big, dramatic kind you see in movies, but the soft, everyday kind. The kind that says, here I am, with my wrinkles, my aches, my old hurts, my fears, and I'm going to let you see me anyway. Because after 60, that's the only way real love can grow deeper. You can't hide anymore. And honestly, deep down, you don't want to. I've seen it happen so many times, and every single time it touches something deep inside me. It reminds me that the bravest thing we can do in our golden years is to let someone see the real us. Let me tell you about Evelyn first. Dear, sweet Evelyn. She was 69 when she met Paul at a grief support group. She'd lost her husband 6 years earlier, and those years had been long and lonely. She came to the group because she needed to talk, really talk, about the emptiness. Paul was 72, divorced for 4 years after a marriage that had slowly faded. They sat next to each other every week for months. At first, they didn't speak much, just listened, just breathed in the same room with other people who understood. One evening after the group, Paul walked her to her car and said so quietly, I don't know if this is allowed, but would you like to get tea sometime? Just to talk more? Sex, Evelyn told me later with tears in her voice. My heart started pounding so hard I thought he'd hear it. I wanted to say yes, but I was terrified. I hadn't let anyone close in years. She said yes anyway. They met for tea, then for walks, then for dinners at her place, simple meals, nothing fancy. But every time they met, she let him see a little more. One night she told him, I'm afraid I'm not enough anymore. My body's changed, my confidence is gone, and I don't know how to be close to someone again. Paul didn't rush to fix it. He just took her hand and said softly, I'm afraid too. But I'd like to be afraid with you, if you'll let me. They took everything slow, very slow. They talked about their fears, about their scars, about the parts of themselves they didn't like anymore. And the more they shared, the closer they became. When they finally married, quietly in a small garden with only family and a few friends, Evelyn said with a shy smile, vulnerability didn't break me. It let someone in, and it let me feel loved exactly as I am. Vulnerability is scary, especially after 60. We've been hurt. We've lost people. We've learned how fragile everything is. We look in the mirror and see lines we didn't have before. We feel our bodies slower, our energy lower. And part of us whispers, if they see the real me, they'll leave. But the truth is, the people who stay, they stay because of the real you, not the polished version, not the younger version, the real one, with the tender spots, the quiet fears, the soft places that still ache sometimes. I think of Frank and Ellen from the Gentle Yoga group. Frank was 68, still recovering from a stroke. He was so embarrassed about his shaky balance, his slower movements. Ellen was 65, widowed, still carrying quiet grief. They placed their mats next to each other every week. At first, they didn't speak, just breathed together. After months of silent practice, one day Ellen turned to him after class and said, so softly, "You have the most peaceful breathing, Frank. It calms the whole room." He froze, blushed like a boy. He hadn't let anyone see his vulnerability in years, the shaking hands, the fear of falling. But her words were so gentle, he couldn't hide. He mumbled, "Thank you." The next week, he brought her lavender oil for relaxation. A month later, they were having tea after class, then long walks, then holding hands during the final pose. Frank told me recently, with a quiet smile, "I thought I had to be strong to be loved. Turns out, letting her see my weakness was the strongest thing I ever did."
And then there's Lillian and George from the book club. You might remember them. Lillian was 71, widowed, so used to being alone that she almost forgot how to let someone in. George was 74, retired gardener with the kindest eyes. They started with rose cuttings, then texts about how the flowers were growing, then visits to his garden. One day, Lillian admitted very quietly, "I'm afraid to let anyone close again. I don't want to be hurt." George didn't rush her. He just said, "I'm afraid too, but I'd like to be careful together, if you'll let me try." They took their time, very slow. They shared stories about their pasts, about their fears, about the parts of themselves they didn't like anymore. And the more they shared, the safer they felt. When they married, quietly in his garden surrounded by roses, Lillian said with tears, "Vulnerability didn't make me weak. It made me whole."
I've seen this so many times. The woman who met her partner at the animal shelter, she cried when she talked about her late cat. He didn't try to fix it, he just listened. And that listening, that quiet being there, opened her heart again. Or the man who reconnected with an old friend at a reunion. They hadn't spoken in decades. She told him about her divorce. He told her about his loneliness. They didn't rush. They just kept talking. Years later, they married, both saying, "We were finally brave enough to be seen." Vulnerability isn't about spilling everything at once. It's about letting someone see one small piece at a time. It's saying, "I'm scared," instead of pretending you're not. It's admitting, "I don't feel beautiful anymore," and letting someone say, "You are to me." It's risky, but it's the only way love can go deep after 60. Because we've already lived long enough to know hiding doesn't protect us. It just keeps us alone. I know it's hard. After all we've been through, the losses, the disappointments, the times we trusted and got hurt, opening up again feels like walking on thin ice. But here's what I've learned. The ice is stronger than we think. And when two people decide to step onto it together, slowly, carefully, hand in hand, it holds. So let me ask you something very softly. When was the last time you let someone see the real you? Not the strong version, not the busy version, the real one, with the fears, the doubts, the tender spots. Have you ever had that quiet moment where you said, "I'm scared," or "I'm not sure anymore," and someone stayed? Write it in the comments, even one little sentence. "I let someone see my tears, and they didn't leave," or "I'm still learning to be vulnerable again." I read every word, and they touch me more than you know.
If this quiet talk gave even a small corner of your heart a little courage, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need to hear it, and subscribe so we can keep meeting like this every week. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next story. I'm so grateful you're here with me. Take good care of your brave, beautiful hearts. They've carried you through so much, and they still have so much love left to give and receive. Until next time, I'll be right here with tea and an open heart.